In this video, we're going to show you how to extend your personal visas in Morocco for an additional 90 days. In this video, we're going to try and show you in as much detail as possible exactly what you have to do to be able to extend your 90-day visa for an extra 90 days in Morocco. What a lot of people have historically done is had 3 months in Spain or Portugal, and they've come to Morocco for 90 days to get out of the Schengen area for those 90 days. But what we've found now is that a lot of people are just cutting out the Spain and Portugal part and then coming to Morocco throughout the entire UK winter. So we arrived in Morocco on the 26th of October, and as we're a member of the UK, it means that we can stay in Morocco for 90 days visa-free. So we wanted to extend our visa for an extra 90 days, meaning that we can have up to 6 months in Morocco. So the first step is trying to find somewhere that will help you to extend your visa. So we knew from our time here at Atlantica Park last year that this was one of the campsites that would help you to do that. So we went to the campsite reception area. Now that cost us 70 dirham for them to be able to provide us with the paperwork, and they did photocopies, which I'm going to show you now. So this is the paperwork that they gave us to take down to Banana Town. So bearing in mind this is all ×3, so they've had to do the same for me, for Lisa and for the beef. So this looks like some sort of a letter confirming what we want to do. So like I say, everything's done 3 times. Copy of passports, all the stamps in and out of Morocco. We've had to also put credit card details on there, the vehicle import tag details which are there, the V5 logbook. So pretty much every single piece of paperwork that we had or that we've got with us, we've had to go and provide a copy of. So the next step then now is to go to Banana Town, and then we've got to go and get 4 pictures. Was it 4 or was it 8?
8 pictures, I think.
Yeah, I think we've got to get 8 passport-sized photographs taken, which will then go with the paperwork as well. We've got to go do that. I think we then go down and get it stamped, and then hopefully it should take 10 to 20 days to get the visa confirmed. So we've still got plenty of time to do it before the end of the month. Well, let's start walking down to Banana Town. So Banana Town is the town closest to the campsite that we're on, and you have to drive through this campsite to get to Agadir. So I'll show you when we get there why it's called Banana Town, but just so you can see around me. So as you can see, there's parts of it which are absolutely stunningly beautiful, and then there's parts like an open manhole cover on the pavement. Yeah, I know there's a bit of rubbish, but also as well, you might not be able to see, but just there's some goats and some urban shepherds. So they'll be walking them around, and it'll be interesting to show you the walk really. So it's probably going to take about half an hour to get there, so we'll keep you updated as we go. Obviously the pavement system could do with a little bit of an upgrade on this little bit of stretch of road here, as it's pretty much just sand and pebbles. And that's the thing about Morocco really in general, it's just a country of quite large spectrums. Is that some of the places you see is a lot of poverty, but then some of the places that you see, like Agadir for example, are just like amazing. Sad in a way. As you look up here, you can see there's loads of stuff that's recently been built, or as you can see there, in the process of being built. And there's money being spent on it everywhere. One thing is for sure, they absolutely love football. So the only flat bit of terrain that there is all around here, and as soon as they get a chance, they just throw some rocks behind a bit of an onion bag and put some goalposts up. Whee! Camel, 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 camel. And then just on the horizon, as you can see here, this is what's called Banana Town. The reason why it's called Banana Town is because there's a lot of banana farms in and around here, and every single shop sells bananas. 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 We've still not been in there yet, babe. Banana, banana. We just had a few tense moments because we're walking down the street. It's red hot, the sun's in our eyes. Didn't know where we're going. Someone told us it was in one direction, so Mum was insisting that we went that one direction. However, it was on the side of the road that I said it was at. Here we go. Picture to be taken.
Ready?
Yeah. Would you like to tell us who was right?
You did want to keep going.
Yeah. On my side of the road?
On your side.
Yeah. So who was right?
You were right, but you still didn't know.
Remember? Gut instinct.
Yeah, well, I'm just telling you what the people told me,
Yeah,
and they
well,
said opposite.
On today's episode of Fake Passport Office.
Make sure his chops are clean.
1, 2, 3.
Oh wow. Thank you.
So that's 40 dirham each for 8 pictures. For some reason you only need 3 pictures, but they only sell them in 8 apparently, so we've had to have 8 passport photos each. We've now got to go to like the town hall thing, but the main thing is trying and find a pavement really, because it's pretty hectic, but not far off being done now. And to be fair, we've used it as an excuse to come down and see Banana Town, because we've never actually been this far into the town. We'll now give you a little bit of visibility into what a authentic Moroccan butcher's looks like. Everything but the kitchen sink. So where we're going next is a little bit further up on the right hand side. Like I say, it's like the town hall. We're just going there now. Right, so this is where we've got to go. In here. Now I'm assuming I'm not going to be able to film in here, so I'll film on the way back out. So that's that bit done now. So that was probably one of the most, well, we had to queue up for maybe 20 minutes beforehand, and then once we'd queued up, we had to go and see these 2 relatively old ladies who asked us questions in French that we didn't really know the answer to. She pointed at debit cards and credit cards, and I hate that stuff at the best of times, so I'm glad to be out the back of it. So we've got all of our stamps now. It cost us, oh shit, it cost us 120 dirham for the pictures. It then cost us another 64 dirham to get the stamps. We now take that paperwork back to the campsite, who then do the rest of the stuff for us. So once we get back to the campsite and we know what's happening next, we'll give you a little update. It's quite the view walking back. Such a pretty place, man. Agadir and the surrounding areas. On the looks of it, parts of it can be a bit grim, like I've said before, but once you start to sort of understand its unique charm, you know, you see why people love it. I'm a massive fan, me. So after we'd finished in the town hall in Banana Town, all that we could do then was to take those documents back to reception at Atlantica Park and then wait it out for what we were told would be 10 to 20 days. Right, so we've got a bit of a problem, it looks like. So the old guy from the top has just come down, and we thought that was to bring us our visas. But then he asked for a copy of the beef's passport. So we showed him that. He says, oh, can I take it and go and get a photocopy? So yeah, he said that's absolutely fine. He then came back and asked us if we had his birth certificate. Now, fortunately, because we live in our motorhome, we did have his birth certificate. So he then says, can I borrow the birth certificate? So off he went with the birth certificate, back up to reception, and now he's brought it back down with another letter here. So based on that debacle, this is what we've got now. So that's birth certificate, and we've got 3 copies of the birth certificate, and then we've got these letters as well, 3 of them. So we're just on our way back down now to get those stamped. Right, so we are now back from Banana Town. We had to go to the same place Ironically, it was the same 2 women that were there before, so we've taken them down. Birth certificate, photocopies, plus that letter. So they've stamped that again. We've then brought that back up to reception at Atlantica Park. So hopefully it should be now 10 days, 20 days, hopefully now before, and then we should have the visas. Only problem being is that our visa runs out on the 26th of January. So I'm not sure what happens if the visa runs out and then we're still here. What happens if we're still here and the visa doesn't get approved? We're then stuck in Morocco and we've overstayed our 90 days. So it's all a bit up in the air at the moment. It's been a lot more stressful than what I was thinking it was going to be. The 19th of January, no visa, nothing to update as of yet. 26th of January, still no visas. Problem is now our visas as of tomorrow will have expired. So I've chased reception a few times. They've said, oh, don't worry. They've said if there's going to be a problem with the visa, you will know within the first sort of 48 hours if there's going to be a problem. So we said, don't worry about it. It will all be fine. But, you know, you still always get a bit nervy. Waiting for these visas is slower than a week in the jail. It's now 3 weeks since we resent off with the stuff with the beef and his birth certificate. Still no joy. We've now overstayed our visa in Morocco by 7 days. Hello campers, today is a good day. So we have finally, after what is probably 5 or 6 weeks, we have finally got the visas. This is what they look like. Just a piece of paper. Obviously you've got passport photos on there, stamps there. You know, it's all in French and Arabic, but this will allow us to stay now for an extra 90 days in Morocco, which would see us until the 2nd of May. So I think there's been a lot of people on the campsite which have been in a similar position to us. I think it's quite a common thing that we've had done, but there's a Swiss lady that has had to leave early because she didn't get her visa in time and she was nervous about it not getting approved. So historically it's taken 7 to 10 days. Now from what I can understand is that's because in previous years it's always been the local police and the local authorities that have dealt with the visa extensions. However, everyone is dealt with now at one office, which is in Agadir. So we've got people that have waited longer than us that have put their application in beforehand, and the reason for that is that it's because it's done on a the sooner you got in the country, the sooner that they'll deal with your application. But you know, we've learnt a few things along the way, so we'll be definitely better equipped for it next time. It helps knowing what to expect. But the good news is for the amount that it's cost us, which was roughly 300 dirham, which is £24 in total. That is me, Lisa, and the beef having 6 months in Morocco. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope it helps you to extend your visa as well.